Okay, pumpkin spice makeup. So we are mainly going to be touching on Merit Beauty. It is a clean, non-toxic beauty line that I am very fond of. They mailed me stuff, but this is my opinion. This video, it is not paid. They cater to older women. They like older women. They have older women in their images on their website, which I love because my messaging is you are beautiful. You don't need to constantly look 12. You don't need to do all this anti-aging garbage if you don't want to. If you want to, great. If you don't, fine. Like, it's all about you honoring and respecting yourself and aging how you choose to age. I am very into wellness and health and taking great care of your physical body, your spirit, your mind, all of those things. And Merit, to its credit, is really aiming towards people like us that are older women that want to look great, want to take care of ourselves. So love that, love the line, very fond of the line. I am going to give some pros and cons on the products as I go through. I'm a celebrity makeup artist, so I know makeup and I know skincare. I'm also an esthetician, so I can really speak to these subjects with great clarity. Not everything I'm using is Merit because it's not a complete line. I think they just started with some eyeshadows, so I'm going to be using a Jane Iredale eyeshadow, which is fabulous for the pumpkin spice look. As you can see, these colors are just stunning. And I've worn sort of a tomato colored top to go along with this. So we're gonna be doing a smoky eye because many of you want to know how to do smoky eye. I love doing smoky eye. So that's what this is going to be, is a pumpkin spice smoky eye look. Okay, the first product we're going to talk about with Merit Beauty is this. It is called the Great Skin Serum. Has a slightly bronzy look to it, which I'm interested to see what this looks like on my skin. I have sort of a warm tone to my skin, so I'm interested in how much it warms it up. I have not tried this, so I do not know. And what this would look like if someone has more of a neutral tone, like a little bit more pink in their skin, a bit more beige, or very dark skin that has a lot of blue in it. So we're going to try that out. So why is it serum and why would you use it before makeup? So this actually has 4 different types of hyaluronic acid. You know, personally, that feels a little overkill to me. I think you only need like 1 type of hyaluronic acid, but it has 4. I'm reading it over here as my eye line goes over there. But it instantly plumps up your skin. Many of you use this in your everyday skincare. This also has 2% niacinamide, so it brightens. So it's a brightener. 2%, that's not a huge amount, but it's, you know, going to have some impact on your skin. Has a little bit of caffeine. Caffeine definitely is a plumper as well. Love it. Many lines use it. All right, so we're going to toss a little bit of this on. Give it a little shake here. Put a little, see what happens. Woo! Okay, it's very liquid. So we're going to put a little bit on here. I'm going to keep it away from my eye. I'm going to pull it down my neck. It's really nice. It's got lovely oils in there. You can really feel the oil. So that's giving it a really nice glow. And yes, it does warm up my skin a bit. You can see that. So my skin has a little bit of a bronzy appearance, bronzy glow to it. Okay, next I'm gonna talk about their foundation. So it comes like this. It's called Minimalist. So I actually have been using this a lot in my personal life. I have 2 different colors. And let me open these. So I've got these 2. So there's 2 different shades that I have here. One I bought myself and one they sent to me. So, you know, one is lighter, one is darker. As many of you have a darker complexion in the summer and lighter in the winter, I'm definitely doing that. So I think for everyday use, this is a non-toxic clean foundation. Many lines are really trying to hit this particular market, right, of the non-toxic clean foundations and concealers. And for the most part, I think lines are really doing well. Like, they've really made great strides at finding products that are creating products that work really well in the non-toxic kind of genre. But it's a challenge because you can't use the toxic ingredients that cause these foundations and concealers to be just go on the skin really nicely, not have a ton of texture to them, sit beautifully into the skin. So I have had a hard time finding clean beauty foundations that I really like as a professional makeup artist. Now, I think for my everyday life, I would say this is probably one of the best on the market. I really do like it. I think it goes on really nicely, as you can see. I blend it with my fingers. You can use a sponge if you want. I hate beauty blenders on mature skin, so if you use a beauty blender, just my opinion is give it a little funeral. So as you can see, I put this on. It has a beautiful finish to it. I think from the camera's perspective, this probably looks really, really good. When I use a 4K camera, say I'm making up a talent, this is not the foundation I would pick because it's still, in my opinion, a little bit too granular. And I say that with a very light tone. I don't mean granular as in, okay, it's like salt or something, you know, that very granularly feeling. It's not that. I don't feel that at all. What I'm saying is more from the perspective of a professional who works on camera. So it's not really my first choice for on-camera talent. But for me personally, my everyday life, just going through my everyday life, I would say it's great. And I do use it. This is my go-to foundation. This is what I use every single day. Okay, so Merit Beauty, the other product I'm going to talk about is their bronzer or contour. This is more of a contour, so it's less bronzy. Bronzers tend to have a little bit more orangey tint to them. This does not. This is called Clay. This is the color. So it's more of a matte cream contour. So that's how I'm going to use it today. So I just use this under my cheekbones, on my jawline, and on my forehead, on the high points of my forehead. I have a pretty good forehead, pretty substantial. So I'm a big fan of using this there. If you have a smaller forehead, I wouldn't worry about it. Maybe just a tiny bit. And then this is a brush that they have. It's the #1 brush. I absolutely love this brush. I got to tell you, it's like my favorite brush. So this is a brand new one that they sent to me. Mine is, you know, very, very loved, but it's nice and stiff and you can use it to just blend that in. I use it before, I put this on before powder so that it blends in really nicely. And then I'll powder it a little bit, not much, because it's the fall, weather tends to be a little cooler. Sometimes powder, you want to try to avoid it if you have drier skin. All right, so the next product is their eyebrow. It's their brow gel. It comes like this and looks like that. So this is color that you basically comb into your brow. If you need more brow shaping, then this would be something you could just throw on just to highlight what you already have. I'll put it on and then I'm going to go back with a little bit of a pencil because I like to shape mine a little bit more, but I like this color. It's a lovely brunette. There's also blonde. I want to say there's another color besides that. And then I just brush these up. I like my eyebrows a little bit longer. Don't trim them too much. I like a thicker brow on me. Just comb that up. So you can see it's added a little bit of color and that's going to hold up really nicely. Okay, so in conjunction, I'm going to take an eyebrow pencil in the same color and I'm going to add a little bit of length because I think my eyebrow strap's a little short. Many of you are like this. So I'm just going to pull that down a little bit. But look at that difference. Just opened it up a lot. See? Pretty. Now I'm also going to take and make this line a little sharper underneath and add a little bit of thickness here. I do not like a super thick brow on older women. I just don't. I like your brow to look normal. I want it to frame your face in a way that's flattering. Sometimes trends come, you know, this trend with this really thick brow with nothing else. I think it looks so weird. It's so weird. I don't really go for it. So I just try to thicken up eyebrows enough so it works with your face shape. I want you to look current. I want you to look beautiful. I do not want you to look like, what was she thinking? Okay, I have a lot of brow on, but I'm also going to put a lot of lipstick on, so it's really going to balance out nicely as I move on. I am going to put a little bit of powder, because you can see I'm very shiny around my eye. I can't put powder on top of this eyeshadow powder because it'll streak. So I'm just going to take a brush, put that around my eye. If your skin is hydrated, a really good powder should not set in fine lines. If it sets in your fine lines, either your skin is dehydrated and dry or the powder is just too dense and you got to get a more sheer powder. All right, so I'm going to do this color all over my lid, and then I'm going to do this in the crease and outer edge and this as a liner. I'm going to continually dip in all of this, so I will explain it as I go, but these are all really usable. I love these. Using a 217 brush. So I'm just gonna go, because we're going for that smoldering eye look that is so in right now, which you can wear. Don't think you can't wear that. So I just kind of put that color all over my lid. You know, right now we've got a lot going on in the Middle East, in Israel and Gaza, and I am absolutely not going to speak to that at all. It's not a political channel. I would say I think we all feel a lot of stress around this situation, and so I think beauty is one of the greatest ways to combat stress. Just surround yourself with beauty, with flowers, with delicious food, with looking as beautiful as you can. You know, it just feels really nice, doesn't it, to do that? Like doing this just feels so good, and it takes my mind away from all the troubles of the world. Okay, I'm going to use the darkest color and just put that right next to my eye line. I don't know if this brush is a little thick. I can't find my normal brush to do this, so we'll see if this works. I think that's okay. So it just gives it kind of a nice smudged line to it. I think it's a little bit too thick. I'm going to go a little bit of a narrower brush like this, like 22 here. 226, I think is what it's called now. I'm using the same color underneath, but be careful. If you have very dark circles, don't do anything underneath because it really brings out the darker circles. So this is really flattering. It's that smoky look, as you can see, mainly concentrated around my eye. Now I'm going to take this color called Costa Riche by MAC. This is more of a reddish brown because that's what we're going for. We're going for the orangey, reddy, kind of really fall colors. So I think with my lovely tomato colored shirt, this is going to look really pretty. And I'm putting that on top because we're going for that just to make that eye line, the line around my eye, much more dense. Now I'm going to take this brush, which was a little thick for the liner, and I'm just going to blend, or for the shadow, excuse me, and I'm just going to blend that liner out. I'm having a hard time talking today. So that looks really nice, really much more dense around the eye, which I love. And I'm going to take a waterproof brown. This is a MAC waterproof, and I'm going to use that in my waterline. And underneath as well. Again, on some of you, if you have very deep set eyes, this is probably too much. So really just go according to your own face and what your face can handle. All right, so in the palette, I'm going to use the more peachy, really light peachy tone here. And I'm just going to put that right underneath. It's a tiny bit too light for me for my skin. So I'm just going to really work that into the bone and see how much that brings out my eyebrow. Okay, so eyes are everything, right? It really looks like it's really popping out. I'm happy with kind of how this is going here. All right, so I'm going to pop a little bit of this bronzy color right here. So this is a palette I got for a long time ago from Chantecaille. And I have to say, it's pretty freaking amazing. It was a seasonal thing, so they don't make it anymore, but just great, great, great glitter. If you can get one palette of just a lot of frosty shades, like look how pretty that is. Ooh, it's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna put a little mascara in. So Boom sent me this mascara. It's a waterproof mascara. It's non-toxic clean. Love that. So I'm a fan of Boom. So do check them out. They've got some really nice colors as well. And products, again, mature skin, non-toxic clean. Same idea as Merit, although Merit really goes down the minimalistic rabbit hole, which I love. So this is nice and thick. I had a little mascara on already, but look how dense that is. It's beautiful. Okay, so we're gonna do some blush. So this is a Merit Beauty gel blush. So these are very, very interesting. So I love this color. It's called Terracotta. It's lovely. The number one criticism I've heard of these is that when you put them on, it's so sheer that you have to layer and layer and layer. So pro and con with this. I like very sheer looks. I tend to do a lot of sheer looks. For me, I prefer a product that goes on sheer that I can build. So that's what this is. But I think if you want to put it on and put and go, you're going to have to work with it a little bit more than that. So it just depends on what you're looking for. So I'll show you how I do it. So I'm going to put it on. I might touch a little bit there. And see, it looks really strong right now, right? Looks a little weird. And then I just work with it. But it's a wonderful terracotta color. This looks great with this shirt. Actually, I got it wrong. This is called Beverly Hills. The lip gloss I'm going to use is called Terracotta. So this has a tiny bit of rose. It's a rose red. I'm not really sure. So it might end up being a little bit too pinky for what I'm going for here, but we'll see. For right now, I'm just going to put it on, but I think it's a nice color. And I really love, again, I really love sheer looks. So for me, this works. If you like a denser look, probably not for you. All right, so we're gonna do lipstick. So I'm gonna use the Terracotta here by Merit. This is a lovely, I love this. I love this color. This is the one I used for spring and summer. These lip glosses, I think they're called glass or gelée, I'm not sure. These are great. They're very, very like succulent, right? It's a typical lip gloss in that, you know, you're gonna have to reapply quite a bit. That's just the nature of lip gloss. The color is incredibly sheer. If you want a denser color, like this looks like it's a really bright pink. It is not. It is a very, very sheer rose. So it just kind of gives you a hint of color and lots of gloss. I would say if you want more color, this probably isn't for you, or layer it on top of your lipstick. So that's how I'm going to handle this today, because lipstick does not stay on me. I lick my lips all the time. That's why. If you have a lot of lines and you find that things creep into your lines, probably lip gloss is not the best thing. If that doesn't happen for you and you're willing to use a lip liner to keep things on, then great. So I'm going to do a lipstick on the bottom. So this is a line called Vapor that actually has folded, unfortunately. And then I'm going to use this is a brownie lip liner by MAC. Sorry, not a non-toxic, but this is brown because I want my lips to look bigger. So I'm going to put this slightly outside my natural lip line. And then we're going to do lip gloss on top. Okay, last thing I'm going to do is brighten a little underneath my eye. So this is a MAC, it's a highlighting pen. Couldn't come up with the word. So I'm going to use that just around my eye area a little bit, just to brighten it. Okay, so this is the final result for the smoldering pumpkin spice, you know, autumn, beautiful, terracotta looking makeup. So I had a lot of fun doing this, and mainly focusing on Merit Beauty. Don't forget that. Please check them out at meritbeauty.com. I'm a very big fan of their clean, non-toxic, minimalistic focus on older women. Love it, love it, love it, love it. You're going to hear a lot about them from me. So definitely check them out. Let me know what you think down below. Please write, you know, any questions you might have or thoughts or anything at all. Love to hear from all of you. I send you love. Take care. Have a great day.